Here's my review of Adam Eve. I thought that this was a pretty good special, considering like it's pretty unneeded, but I thought it was great. Surprisingly, I mean, obviously, Invincible is just a great show, and the characters are really interesting. So it was really cool to kind of get to see a character that hasn't really been fleshed out as much, like Adam Eve in Invincible. Like we get to see how she met Cecil, which is obviously with like in the main Invincible show, he's like the leader of like the superhero division in the government in the main Invincible show. We got to see how she actually knew him from a pretty young age, which is really cool to see. And for the villains, like I mean, for the most part, like all these like mutants that are technically Adam Eve's siblings, and how they were kind of just over mutated was really sad. And like she was fighting them, and like she was obviously really sad when they also had to die, because she like they were technically her siblings even if she didn't know them. And like just getting to see more of Samantha is just a lot of fun. I mean, this like I said, this is a character that I feel like that isn't really like she's a main character in Invincible, but I feel like obviously the main two are Invincible and Omni Man, but like seeing more of her was just a lot of fun. And kind of how we got to see how she like kind of almost drove her away. She did drive her away. Her childhood best friend was just pretty sad, and it kind of just gives a lot more depth to this character that I feel like we don't really know that much about in the main show. And for back to her origin, like how we see how Cecil experimented on her mother, and that's how she got her powers eventually, which was just really interesting to see. I thought that that was really cool. But it was one of those things where she did offer to do it. Like, Cecil's still a good guy, like, as we know, for the most part. And I thought the coolest scene was probably when she just got completely powered up towards the end. And you just see how powerful she can really be. And she almost has, like, reality and matter manipulation powers, which is just really awesome to see. I thought this was just a lot of fun. And it was also pretty sad to see how, like, she found out that her parents aren't her real parents, that she was adopted, because, like, her real mother basically died, like, through, like, childbirth almost. Or, like, well, she actually, like, survived, but almost, like, as a mutant. But, and it's pretty sad because, I mean, her father's, like, pretty mean to her, and, like, her fake father, you know, her adopted father. And her mother is pretty nice to her. It's just kind of sad to see because it just gives a lot more depth to this character. And like I said, just seeing her basically become a godlike being at the end was just awesome. Just seeing how powerful she is. But yeah, overall, I recommend this special. I would definitely recommend checking it out. If you love Invincible, definitely check this out. And if you haven't watched Invincible, definitely watch Invincible. It's great. But yeah, it was a really fun special. I love this show. I'm looking forward to season 2. Overall, I recommend watching this special.